Hey folks, welcome to the Blue Wave Sports Show. I'm Gigi Arisma.
And I'm Brooks Runderson. We have a lot to get to, so let's get started.
The men's basketball team started a 2-game homestand against the UTEP Miners.
The game was a battle from the very beginning, with both teams exchanging baskets for most of the night. The Owls were able to keep up with the Miners, shooting 44% from the field. The Owls went into halftime tied at 27, behind the efforts of C.J. Turman and Justin Raffington, who combined for 18 first-half points. Here's what Coach Curry had to say about Raffington's performance for the night.
He's playing as good as he's played, as he's getting his win. We got him high in minutes today, 37, but double-double. He was really good. I think he showed the last couple of games as he's starting to round into it, that he's been healthy as a big force in this league.
In the second half, the Owls continued to keep up with UTEP as Maquan Botley drained an open three to tie the game at 32. However, missed shots and costly turnovers down the stretch allowed the Miners to go on an 8-2 run as UTEP defeated FAU 63-56, handing them their 8th conference loss.
The FAU men's basketball team concluded with a 2-game homestand against UTSA Roadrunners. Jackson Trapp was the only bright spot with 13 points in the first half, 30-28. Unfortunately, in the second half, the Roadrunners pulled away with a 15-point lead, and the Owls never recovered from their subpar shooting, with the final score being 74-59, another disappointing loss for the Owls. Okay, now we can speak about the men's basketball team, who's been underperforming a little bit with 1 for 9 out of our last 10 games. Also, some questionable shooting by some of our players. The FAU baseball season starts this week with a weekend series against UConn. With the preview of the baseball season, here's Jackie Tobias.
Hey sports fans! With baseball season around the corner, our FAU Owls are gearing up for a 17th consecutive winning season. Some key returning players to look out for would be number 23, Brendan Sanger, number 1, Bo Logan, and number 6, Stephen Kerr. Sanger led the Owls last season with a .332 batting average while starting every game. Kerr led FAU in hits, runs scored, and stolen bases last year. Senior southpaw Bo Logan boasted a 1.28 ERA last season, leading relievers in innings pitched and holding opponents to a team's best 178 batting average. To start off the first month of the season, our Owls will only have to travel outside Boca Raton for one game, a special home game played in Jupiter, Florida against the Florida Gators. Other Florida foes our Owls will have to face during the season include FGCU, UCF, UNF, in-conference rival FIU, and the University of Miami. Be sure to support our Owls as they try to win another conference championship. Back to you guys in the studio.
Don't go away, we still have more to talk about on the panel.
The panel will preview the upcoming baseball season, as well as talk about the struggles of the men's basketball team.
Stay tuned.
Okay, welcome back to the panel. I have Avi here, and I also have Andrew. Today we're going to speak about a few topics that are dear to the heart of the gentleman. We're going to speak about FAU basketball and a little bit of baseball. First, let's speak about the FAU men's basketball team. Andrew, how do you feel about the disappointing season that we've had so far?
It's just, our defense has looked good. If you watch some of the games, we can stop teams for the most part. It's just our offense. We can't make any shots right now. If you saw that game against University of Texas El Paso, we could not make a simple layup in the last 2 minutes, and then the team's trying to go all fancy and trying to make those alley-oops late in the games. You can't do that late in the games. Just make the easy basket so we can get the points. They're just not shooting well. Solomon Poole is having a horrible season right now. He's shooting, I believe, 34% field goal percentage, which is terrible. So we got to get other people involved. I just think it's the offense that's really struggled with us right now.
Okay. Avi, how do you feel about the season?
I think similar to what Andrew was saying, you're disappointed coming into the year with so much expectations. We're a talented team. But like you said, just the offense we're competitive in games, but down the stretch, towards the end of games is when we really fall apart. We're competitive in some of these games, but then as you said, alley-oops, Solomon Poole just taking awful jump shots. I think Coach Curry really needs to get to Solomon Poole and be like, give the ball to Marquand Botley. You know, Raffington too. Raffington, the big man. Too. FAU is an undersized team, so they can't make any mistakes offensively. Every shot counts.
The problem is also, we go on these scoring droughts like 3-4 minutes or so, and we don't have that true scorer that can go and put the ball in the basket like some other teams. Like if you look at Duke right now, they have Jahlil Okafor who can make any basket that they need him to. I know Duke's not the same level as FAU, but even last year, here we had Pablo Bertoni who was there, and when we needed a basket, he was most of the time the guy to hit. Trapp's not making the shots like he was. Pole's not making the shots. Raffington's doing good with averaging a double-double, I believe, mostly every game, but we need more than just Raffington on the boards and stuff like that.
Yes, I definitely agree with you, Jim. And unfortunately, for the last 10 games, we are 1-9, and unfortunately, Solomon Poole has probably had one of the worst statistical stats as a player this season. Shooting under, like you said, 30%. That's just unacceptable, and we have to be better.
Well, how much that comes from, you think, he's just taking bad shots at the end of the day. You know, you see him play out there, he's playing hero ball. He thinks, you know, I'm Solomon Poole, I'm the Georgia Tech transfer, top recruit out of high school, I'm going to win the game. And you just can't play like that. You see team basketball is what wins games.
Yes, I definitely agree, gentlemen, but unfortunately with this game today currently, a lot of people play hero ball, so I feel that also comes down to coaching. But let's talk about FAU baseball, hopefully a little brighter spot for us going forward. We have a big series this weekend against UConn, so what do you guys think?
Well, the inspiration for the sports show, if I'm correct, the Blue Wave, the baseball team, the best team on campus. You know, expectations, you know, I think big expectations every year for the baseball team, as I just said, best team on campus. You know, facilities, as we know, not as good as we'd like them to be. You know, maybe one day they'll get better. Regardless, another topic, exactly. You know, the team this year, I just think one thing they need to improve on is pitching. You know, reliever Bo Logan, a senior, and then Daniel Jackson, another pitcher, starting pitcher, a senior, went 14-13, an ERA of close to 5. You know, this is Conference USA. It's FAU's second year. I think they've adjusted. You know, I think you need to allow yourself that 1 year of adjustment and 1 year of, you know, managing expectations. You know, I think FAU, they were picked, I believe, 6th in the standings this year. You know, I believe they'll finish at least 4th.
Okay, Andrew, how do you feel about this season going forward?
I feel like this team's going to be a good team. I know last year we had high expectations moving from Sunbelt to Conference USA. A big transition. I felt like 2 different styles, like Avi said. Our infield is probably our best skill sets right now with Ricky Santiago, CJ Chapman, and then Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry and Brendan Sango were both named all preseason Conference USA players. So I think we have the offense going. It's a young team again. This year we lost Austin Gomber is a huge loss, starting pitcher. He had another year of eligibility, but he went into the draft, got drafted by the Cardinals, I believe. So I think this team is going to finish better than 6th in conference. I just don't know exactly where we're going to finish right now, but I think it's going to be, like Avi said, this is probably our best sports team out of all our teams right now. So
Watch out, Rice. Coach McCormick and them boys coming for you.
All right, gentlemen, I definitely agree with you. Hopefully we'll play better, and let's see what we can do this season. All right.